name's Jessica Henry, and I'm a horticulture assistant here at the Houston Botanic Garden. This is the Stormwater Wetlands, an area of focus that I'm responsible for here at the gardens. I've always been interested in natural areas such as the wetlands and the coastal prairie. I started off as a horticulture intern in the summer, and I was able to grow that into a career opportunity as a horticulture assistant. This is the Stormwater Wetlands. Here at Houston Botanic Garden, we've had a partnership with Texas A&M AgriLife Extension in planting these wetland plants. We started planting at the end of July, and now that we're done planting, the rest of the process here is sort of just maintaining the plants and keeping an eye on the water level, making sure there's no pest problems with the plants, such as bugs that eat the leaves and issues like that. I'm also monitoring for wildlife to see what new wildlife is coming in. So far, we've had black-bellied whistling ducks, white egrets, blue herons, red-eared slider turtles. So this is our Chenoplectus tabernae montani. The common name is giant bulrush. And this plant is awesome because it can grow up to 8 feet tall, which is one of the reasons why I love it. As you can see, they grow in clumps. So once they start to fill in, it's going to be an excellent source of nesting cover for animals. It also is a food source for insects. They like to burrow through the roots of the bulrush and the stems themselves. Historically, it is known that Native Americans used the dried stalks to weave blankets and mats. So as with all wetland plants, part of their job in a retention pond is cleaning the water. The giant bulrush in particular has an awesome cleaning effect, as it is also known to remove oil and bacteria as well as nutrients from the water, and therefore cleaning it before it can go back into our water systems. I'd like to give a little bit of background on the function of the wetlands. Stormwater runoff is a huge problem in Houston and metropolitan cities, as it is an excess amount of rainwater that cannot be absorbed into the ground like it naturally would. So why can't it be absorbed? It cannot be absorbed because of the growing amount of anthropogenic features that we need in a city. Those include roads, parking lots, apartment buildings, anything with concrete basically. Due to the concrete taking up the surface area, there's lack of natural ground. Combine that with natural disasters where all the pollution and microbes are settled into the floor of this basin, and the plants just doing their natural thing with their roots. They uptake these nutrients and chemicals like carbon, nitrogen, phosphorus, and they uptake it through their roots and use it as plant food. And that's just what they naturally do. This is Thalia Dilbatta. Its common name is hardy thalia or powdery thalia. It gets that common name because it has a white powdery substance on the flowering stalk and the flower itself. This plant is popular here at the Houston Botanic Garden for its unusual shape. It can grow up to 6 feet tall, and as you can see, this long flowering stem, they're around 2-3 feet tall. It grows in up to 2 feet of water. It is an emergent plant, which means that it likes just to get its roots wet, and the rest of the plant, as you can see, stays above the water. This plant is located on the littoral shelf, which is an area in the littoral zone. It is a biogeographic region on a body of water that is habitable for wildlife and plants. So here at the Stormwater Wetlands, they consist of 3 basins. As the stormwater runoff flows into these basins and cleaned by our beautiful plants at the Stormwater Wetlands, it's emptied into the Sims Bayou. So not all pollutants are plant food, but a lot of the pollutants found in stormwater runoff, plants can absorb and use in a good way.